10 infamous celebrity feuds. Kanye West versus Taylor Swift. This feud seems to have begun on a very public stage. While accepting the 2009 MTV Video Music Award for Best Female Video, Taylor Swift was interrupted by Kanye, who jumped on stage, grabbed the mic, and proclaimed that Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time. West got publicly slaughtered over the now infamous incident, with President Obama calling West a jackass at the time. Over the years, the pair seemed to bury the hatchet until early 2016 when Kanye's song Famous came out. The rapper made the comment he made that be famous in reference to Taylor Swift. Kanye claimed that he received permission from T Swift, though she denied the claim and was furious about the lyrics. This back and forth took place very publicly on social media for everyone to see. Even Ye's wife, Kim Kardashian, got involved with the feud. For her part, Swift eventually said she wanted no part of the dispute or the West. Kelly Ripa versus Michael Strahan. Kelly Ripa was reportedly blindsided and hurt by Michael Strahan's sudden departure from Live, a show that the two had co-hosted for 4 years. After his announcement, the two seemed to throw plenty of shade each other's way. Ripa left the show and went on vacation immediately after the news broke. In a recent interview, Strahan claims that the relationship quickly devolved from being friends to people who didn't communicate that much in their final few weeks together. Ciara versus Future. Things have not gone well since Ciara and Future divorced. The two were involved in a brutal custody battle that escalated when Future claimed that Ciara was an unfit mother in a radio interview. Ciara sued Future, and Future filed a countersuit. The courts denied Ciara sole custody of their son, which prompted Future to drop his lawsuit. The two still share bitter feelings. Today, Ciara is engaged to Seattle Seahawks football star Russell Wilson. During the Seahawks playoff game against the Atlanta Falcons last year, Future and Bow Wow, another Ciara ex, were standing on the Falcons sideline. Why the Falcons invited two exes of the opponent's quarterback to stand on their sideline is unclear, but the motive of getting inside Wilson's head is a pretty good guess. Russell Crowe versus Azealia Banks. Crowe has been known for his rough edges and crazy brawls since he became famous. So it was no real surprise when a story surfaced that involved the actor going nuts on someone. What was shocking is who that someone was: Azealia Banks. The rapper filed a police report against the Oscar winner following an alleged altercation at a Beverly Hills hotel. Crowe was hosting a party in his suite when Banks described him calling her the N-word, choking her, and spitting at her while throwing her out on a Facebook post. Others who attended the party told a slightly different story, however. They claimed that Banks laughed at Crowe's music and called him and one of his friends boring white men. It seems that this version of the event was closer to the truth, as the Los Angeles District Attorney announced that they wouldn't be prosecuting Crowe due to a lack of sufficient evidence. It looks like, legally anyways, this feud is over. Dwayne Johnson versus Vin Diesel. One is nicknamed The Rock, and the one looks and sounds more and more like a giant rock as the years go by, making this the War of the Rocks. Apparently, Vin Diesel delayed the filming and had the entire cast waiting on him while he relaxed in his trailer during the shooting of Fast 5, a move that irked Dwayne Johnson. The two actors have been throwing shade at each other through social media ever since. Diesel posted a video explaining that Johnson was never the first choice for his Fast 5 character. For his part, The Rock posted a message thanking his co-stars from the movie Fast 8, except Vin Diesel. Recent hints suggest that the two were planning to resolve their issues in WrestleMania 33. The mention of wrestling is starting to make people think that the feud is a hoax and was invented just to promote Fast 8. Drake versus Meek Mill. Drake and Meek Mill used to be rapper buddies who would even promote each other. The feud publicly started when Mill accused Drake of not writing his raps on Twitter in 2015. Other celebrity artists like Chris Brown, OG Mako, and Lupe Fiasco weighed in on the beef, which quickly escalated into a war of words regarding music as an art form. Since the Twitter war, the two have each released several songs with lyrics openly dissing one another. Drake's tracks got more play, and though the two have continued to fire shots at each other, this feud has simmered down in the recent months. Drake claimed at a New Year's concert last year that he will never perform back-to-back, the diss track that got the most play ever again. Justin Bieber versus Selena Gomez. These two famously had a romance that lasted for years, with plenty of drama and accusations of cheating to go along with it. Eventually, the two broke up, but their drama rekindled during a feud on the social media platform Instagram. Bieber posted a set of pictures with his new girlfriend Sofia Richie in August 2016. Many fans of Bieber weren't happy with his new choice of partner and slammed the pair. Gomez herself got into the slamming, posting a negative comment of her own. The whole situation led to Bieber deleting his Instagram account, breaking the hearts of believers around the world. Snoop Dogg versus Iggy Azalea. This feud started publicly when Snoop Dogg posted a meme making fun of Azalea's appearance without makeup. The war of words ensued on social media, with the two calling each other mean names. Azalea posted a meme comparing Snoop Dogg's appearance to a drug addict's aunt that had just gotten clean. This feud had a much more civilized ending thanks to, oddly enough, fellow rapper T.I. He convinced Snoop to apologize to Azalea, which he did, an apology that the Australian rapper accepted. Debbie Reynolds versus Elizabeth Taylor. This celebrity feud started as a friendship. By the time that Debbie made it to MGM Studios, she was an unknown 17-year-old. Taylor, on the other hand, was already a star. The two went to school together on the lot and got along very well. Eventually, Debbie would become a star in her own right and married singer Eddie Fisher in 1955. Taylor married Mike Todd 2 years later. Debbie served as Liz's matron of honor and Eddie served as Todd's best man. Everything seemed perfect for the two power couples' worlds, until the next year when Todd died in a plane crash. While Eddie first consoled Elizabeth Taylor as a friend, their relationship eventually became romantic, and they had an affair. The two women didn't speak for 7 years before finally reconciling when they happened to be on the same ocean liner together. By this time, the two had moved on to other partners and were able to squash their beef over dinner. John Lennon versus Paul McCartney. A lot of different things broke up the Beatles. Most people would point to the death of their brilliant manager Brian Epstein on August 27, 1967, as the single most significant event in the demise of the legendary pop group. But Paul McCartney and John Lennon did a lot to aid in the breakup. McCartney was notoriously bossy in the studio, and along with his artistic differences, led to a very strained relationship between him and Lennon. The presence of Lennon's lover, Yoko Ono, during recording sessions further strained the group dynamic between the band. Eventually, the Beatles would break up, with McCartney filing a lawsuit against the other three Beatles on December 31, 1970, to officially dissolve the partnership. A brutal 6-page letter from Lennon to John and Linda McCartney shortly after the split was recently made public. The correspondence highlights and showcases the bad blood between the two brilliant artists.